So we're on. We're at IPA.
We are in Newcastle
with legendary world champ Cunningham. How's it going today anyway?
Not bad. Early game this morning, 9:30. Was tough. Scraped through, and then I had a really good win there now, 7-0 against Beck Sweeney, who's a quality player.
Yeah. Not. Absolutely, I totally agree. 7-0, that'll do.
Yeah, and normally, as you know, I like a close match. So playing Louise this morning, that went 4 each.
Yeah.
And I managed to just pinch it.
Yeah.
But it's playing into it and hoping you're hanging in there long enough and let it happen.
What's tell us about your year then? You've had a somewhat usual, a successful year.
What did we have? We had the IPA Worlds lost in the semi to Bex Kenna. That went pretty much all the way. It was a good match.
Yeah, it was.
So happy with my performance throughout that.
Yeah.
Then went straight to Cyprus for the European Championships. Nordy team won the team event, which is awesome. First time we've done that, and we're holding the Worlds and the Euros, and I won the singles. Defended that title, which was nice.
That's right, from the year before. And the doubles as well.
Oh, and of course, me and Liam won the mixed doubles at the IPA.
She gets so many good results she forgets. But that's what's going to happen for Emma. Yeah.
And now we're here. We were in Hemsby at the weekend for the national county finals. I was playing for South Yorkshire, and we lost in a three-player playoff. It went 20. Yeah, it went 22-22 in the final against Lancashire, and we were just pipped at the post.
Oh,
lost in the playoff. But no, it's been good.
It's been a good year. So what kind of obviously all players are different, in terms of when they see a little performance drop, right? But for you, what? How do you keep yourself, if you see a performance drop mid-game, what's your actions that you do?
I guess I get angry with myself, and I have a word with myself in my own head. Pull your finger out. What are you doing? You're better than this.
Does that help?
And just try and
sometimes
refocus myself. It can be difficult because obviously momentum's a big thing. For example, this morning I was 2-0 up, missed a silly ball for 3-0, and momentum just changed. Next thing you know, I'm 3-2 down. That's your own fault because you missed that silly ball. So then it's trying to hang in there again and try and change the momentum of a match back in your favour.
Yeah.
But you can tell as well, I guess, from watching your opponents how they're feeling, can't you? If they're confident, then they're going to keep that momentum. So maybe I try and still look confident to regain it. But it's difficult. It is tough.
Yeah. Over our course in working together, obviously we've been working a lot on your. Obviously, we just got a banana here, half-eaten banana for the game. Working on that. That seems to be a constant little kind of prod with you. But you're feeling the benefits from hydrating properly.
Of course. We've had 4 pints of water already.
Yep.
I don't do that.
And it's only midday, right?
Yeah, and I forget. I forget to eat. I forget to hydrate. And I don't want to eat too much because it makes me feel sleepy. But then, as you say, a little and often.
It's eating the right things. I think carbs will make you feel sleepy.
Yeah.
Right, and understand that, but bananas shouldn't have that effect on you, for example.
Yeah.
But that's good. But so we had breakfast together, didn't we, in the hotel that'd be about an hour and a half before we played, right? So kind of got that, and then obviously we've had 2 bananas during the course of the morning just to try and keep you up there.
Yeah.
Like say 4 pints of water. This is the thing. This is the discipline of keeping at these things.
Yeah. It's long days, isn't it? And playing 9:30, and then straight back on again at 11:30.
Immediately straight
You know,
back on.
and it's difficult if you're at an event on your own.
Yeah.
Because you've been great, like you brought me water over, you brought me a banana over.
Yeah, but if you're just yourself.
Who's doing that? You need to be prepared for it if you are on your own.
Yes. Yeah, it is. It's difficult, and like even like you know like earlier Emma was like, what 7-0, right? So you were 5-0 up and like pretty comfortable, but already I'm kind of thinking, no, we need more food intake because we don't know that this is going to be done quickly and acting on that, because obviously there'll be a delay between you eating it and it fueling you, and you know like. You know, kind of like always going like it's not done till it's done.
Yeah.
Not this. As I say, players do a lot like 5-0 up. I do need to look after myself. I do need to have that extra pint of water because this is going to be done in 10 minutes.
Yeah.
No. Like just being better at that and not making
every frame,
like
play every frame.
that mistake.
And what have I got? I've got a wee gap now, so 4 p.m. I'm back on.
Right. So we're going to have a bit of lunch.
Yeah. Get changed. Chill for a little while, and then I can go back up and refocus.
And then maybe even like would that be something you consider? Like for me, obviously again everybody's individual, but for me I'd consider like a shower.
Yeah,
you know, just to
because
try and get yourself.
You could stay down here and watch games all afternoon, but you're then switching off, aren't you? Whereas if you go and get changed, come back down, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But give yourself that half an hour, that hour to go back up, and just as soon as you put your dress wear on, that's it. You're in win mode.
Because potentially, like tonight, we could be playing till what time of night?
It could be 8, 9, 10 o'clock, maybe.
Right.
Yeah, I haven't looked at the full schedule in terms of when the next matches are, or if the Open's being played later. But you could be talking 10 p.m.
So I think it's like so important to try and look after yourself and try and stay off your feet as well, because it is so tempting, obviously, you know, from a social aspect, you know, obviously we've both got lots of friends and stuff here, and you know, you spending the whole day kind of like doing that, you know, you're going to be absolutely knackered at the end of that.
And you're chatting and you're emotionally switched on, aren't you? When you're doing that. So just having that little half an hour on your own before your match, and then carry on.
Yeah, for sure. How many world titles now? You know?
Six.
Wow. It's like, so obviously folk watching this, you know, obviously given that 99% of people watching this are going to be less successful than you. Well, it's only going to be what KF Kelly's watching. You know, but it's like advice for players and how you achieve that.
It is mindset and shot selection, I think.
Over technical stuff and things
like everybody can pot the balls when you get to a certain level.
Yes.
And we know how to move the cue ball, but I think the difference is what you're telling yourself. You know, do you want it? Why are you playing in the first place? Are you just there to participate? Are you there because you have a goal at the end of it?
Right.
And that's what the practice gets you to be able to pot the balls, you know, and believe that you can pot the balls. But if you don't believe you can win, then you're already failing, aren't you, I suppose?
Right. So you think that's the kind of key difference between, obviously, like all these world title wins, and it's like you're so consistently, like in tournaments this year, your worst result's been a quarter-final?
Semi, was it?
Semi-final?
Maybe, yeah.
Is your worst result?
So far, yeah, so far.
This season. I mean, that's just absolutely, remarkable. And quite selfish, not giving anybody else a shot at some success.
I don't like losing.
Emma's like a trophy magnet. It's just like, it is fascinating. No, thanks for the chat.
No, thank you. Pleasure.
Thanks,
Pleasure.